What's good? This is Troublesome Times. Unedited, unscripted, all done in one take. Because it's so easy, right? Since everyone else is doing a podcast, I might as well do it too. Got him. Man, how many times did I do this already? Oh, it says a lot. It says a lot where I can't even remember these podcast episodes anymore what I do because they're so far apart from each other. I remember I say them, but I don't remember which one, and I don't mean to do that, but well, I guess a question some of my buddies have asked, what is my least favorite kind of videos to do? And it's easy to assume that it's the podcasts, right? Well, no, not really, because I now have an answer for that. And it is the pumpkin spice tastings. Why is that? Well, it was a good idea. I mean, my cousin, one of my cousins, loves the hell out of pumpkin spice. It's been like that forever. And I thought, okay, maybe it's a good idea. I'll try to find something that may be good. And it's a lot of eating. I guess the title was perfect for what I did. It was gonna be like more of a typical traditional review, whatever. But I don't know. I had notes in it and everything. Ugh. I was gonna write it down. But then I'm thinking that wouldn't be as fun. I liked a lot of stuff in there, weirdly enough. Oh man, I was gonna go to one other place, but by the time they finally got their pumpkin pie out, I already made the video. I'm pretty sure they're finally happy that I stopped asking, do you have anything on your menu that's pumpkin spice anything now? No. But you're selling pumpkin spice stuff now. Yeah, I know. But hey, they did help me find like about half of that stuff on the list. I mean, but I guess like the only reason I'd say it's my least favorite is because I ate a lot. Not even the money. The money was no issue. It was the eating that stuff for about 2 weeks straight. Probably a month. And some of it was multiple times. Like those moon pies. But before I get into that part, I do want to say that, I mean, I guess like money would have been a huge issue. It wasn't. Well, it should have been, but I didn't think it would be like a tasting if I didn't. So one of the things I tried to do was ask, well, because Starbucks, they seem to have like 4 or 5 different kinds of options every time they have a flavor out. My favorite from Starbucks is peppermint mocha. They said it's all year round, but then me and my families are always saying, no, this can't be right. The one they have in December is way better. I'm like, it tastes the freaking same. No, the peppermint mocha Christmas is better. Which is also weird because they always run out of peppermint mocha by Christmas. So, anyway, the whole point was I decided to do a funny, not even a funny, I decided to go in it completely blind to see why the heck pumpkin spice was popular. I guess it's like it definitely was a experiment kind of thing. Even though it really didn't look like it, because what kind of fun would it be? So I asked the one that was the pumpkin spice one, I asked him. So, like I said, I decided to ask the people who like it, or whoever I was talking to, how do you like this pumpkin spice thing the best? And He said, well, is money an issue? No. Just give me however you like it. It was quite a lot. I don't know what it is in Florida, but it seems to be like pretty expensive compared to everywhere I travel. And that's the thing is like a lot of these places I travel, and I noticed that every single place I've gone to by comparison is cheaper. I have no idea why. I blame the snowbirds that come here. That's my theory. A frost theory. But I will say that was the best one. If I didn't have those shakes and that frosty that was out, that probably would have been number 1 or number 2. But I actually am glad I didn't just have all those drinks, because I would have probably gotten sick. But that was another thing that I noticed about the pumpkin spice thing, is that I had no appetite the rest of the time that I had all that. I honestly did not think that was going to happen. I had one pumpkin spice thing for the day, and this would be around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then when I have to go to bed around 11 or somewhere like that, I realized I didn't eat a single thing because I was not hungry at all. And I freaked out, and I'm like, did I eat something? No, I'm pretty sure I didn't. And then I'm like, I don't want anything. I don't even want to have a snack. But I did say overall to people who tried it, it's like, that pumpkin spice is a unique flavor. Although, I kind of wish I had the hard candy ones instead of the soft caramels. But I just took whatever I saw. But you know what? They were good too. The problem was there was no way I was going to eat all of that by myself. So I gave it away to the rest of the people who'd want it more than I do. Thank God. That was like maybe, let me see. Yeah, it was like over 20 pieces of candy, and I think like almost 20 or 40 pieces. Anyway. So, the last 2 Thanksgivings, I went to, I know for sure what happened, what I did in Thanksgiving. Sometimes I'm out of the country, and then I know for sure I went to North Carolina. Not bad. Very peaceful. Very small town like. And then, let's see. The year before, I went to La Cruz, New Mexico. If that city sounds familiar, I don't want to like give away like a certain YouTuber spouse that's infamous and featured in a documentary. But I was there. And I went to the university that they were supposed to go to. It's like all mountains there, but it was very nice. It was very nice. The reason why I went to New Mexico is because there is these family friends I've had that I've known since childhood. They used to live around the neighborhood. Then they moved to New Mexico. And then they were going to take us to Roswell. And then things happened. So that ended up not happening. But I'm like, you know what? That gives us a reason to come back. So if you guys figured out who the YouTuber and the spouse thing that was botched by the yellow man, who does not have a hat. No, I did not see them at all. I don't know why. Maybe that was a good thing that they got ill. Because that would have been really awkward to see. And I'm pretty sure this guy knows who I am by now. I mean, it seems like he seems to know a lot of things. But I generally do not like that guy. And I would have known because in the city in New Mexico stood out. So they would have stuck out like a sore thumb. So, and then the weird thing is, like, soon after that, there was somebody on TikTok was like serving them in a restaurant and there was a picture there. I'm like, I was just there around that time. What the heck was I doing? I was probably going around, driving all over the city, going to the university, and then trying the boba tea. Well, I don't have boba, but it was a milk tea with ice cream mixed inside. That I decided to have that and I love it and I got a picture of it. And I said to them, I love my tea. And it was I love my tea. I've been to a lot of places, but this is the only one I have ever been to where you could have tea mixed with ice cream. And they said, really? Like, yeah, really. I don't know why nobody else has done this yet. This is amazing. And then they're like, why don't you try the specialties? No. There is ice cream mixed with milk tea. And I will never have this again. I am having this. Which is kind of weird, because later when I went to London, I also had milk tea with Oreos. And that was also bomb. Okay. Thanksgiving. It is a good time, I guess, to eat. It's, the weird thing is, like, between Halloween and Christmas, Thanksgiving is just like the forgetted holiday compared to the rest of the holidays. We have a holiday every month. January, New Year's Day. February, Valentine's Day. March, St. Patrick's Day. April, Easter. May, Memorial Day. June. Let's do it again. I guess summer, school's out. I remembered it before. What else? Did I ever? No, I didn't. July, Independence Day. August, school's back again. I know there's a holiday for that. Something always happens in August. And in my case, it's over 20 of my buddies having birthdays. September, Labor Day. In November, Thanksgiving. And Christmas, it's December. And that's just the most popular holidays. Gosh. I think that's amazing, though. Okay, so let me see. Thanksgiving is also like the one thing that is kind of alien to me. Because as you know, I'm all these foods that are probably like common I'm trying them for the first time. I remember one Thanksgiving I made cranberry sauce and then and I also made sweet tea. And then stuffing. I don't know what it is. I just like to bake. I don't know what it is. Well, actually, yeah, I do know what it is. I get to eat it. But baking is like another thing I just really, really like to do. And then my dad has actually said, why are you always baking in the oven? I'm like, because it's good. Baking is not as scary as you think it is. Although he likes to grill, and I know quite a bit about that. And I guess before anyone makes those kind of jokes, no, we don't use a propane grill and propane accessories. We use a traditional charcoal grill with a barbecue fork. The meat is marinated, and then finally, I kept trying to tell him he needs to have a balanced diet. That old man finally made grilled corn and baked potatoes. The baked potatoes were wrapped in foil. Oh, by the way, when's the best time for a potato? When they're baked. Anyway. And then I think like there was a few where we had grilled asparagus. How in the fuck Did they do it? I don't know. I don't care. But it was pretty good too. I'm telling you. When you know somebody that can grill, it's so amazing. You know what? I better like, I guess the one thing is, if with my family, you're gonna be eating good. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, and then this year has been pretty wild, hasn't it? Because I could have sworn, I remember to this still, that I was gonna get arrested. I was gonna be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. I was going to get driven away off the internet. Guess what? I did that myself. Not the arrested part. I have proof that that was a lie. And if you guys don't want to find it, or, I did it. Like, that's my thing. That's a fact. But it's funny, it's like, people think that the you can say mean things on the internet and it's gonna scare people. It's like, no. When you are like me and you have been so many near-death experiences, and a lot of it is painful, and and then your body is just fighting to like keep yourself alive, nothing is really gonna scare you more than ever. So no, like hearing, I guess like, cause I could do these hot takes, and I do it for the funnies, and a lot of people did not like that, cause they don't want to laugh, I guess. And then, if anyone is going to leave the internet, I'm going to do it, which is what I tried to do, by the way, just to see what would happen. Well, and then of course, I still was trying to get my everything together. But the thing was, it didn't happen. Because it seems like I was not meant to leave the internet, because I was smart enough. Because here's the thing, I was originally on social media and I don't get anything out of it. I just wanted to I do these to enjoy, for like a hobby, as I said plenty of times, I'm sure. And it seems like every time I did, I always got, well, I still do. I get at least 100 views. Now, it's like, even though I don't do it as much, it's nearly 1,000. And it's not like I'm planning these things out. I'm not doing like oh god, what's that one singer that was pretending to be like the sheltered internet girl thing? I think she got sued for that. It's not like I was planning this out as a self-promo. I guess a lot of people liked my take on things, and then I'm pretty sure that was the reason why my hiatus never was a hiatus. Because I was smart enough to do my travels and then do like some funny skits. And it just, I never left, I guess technically. And so, and then I'm thinking, you know what? 2022, try to do a reboot thing. Never happened. And then this year, it's like, well, another way to just cope too. It's like the whole depression thing was doing, and it was telling me, try to make yourself feel better. Maybe you should go back and do these videos like you loved. I said I'd give it a shot. I didn't even make a big deal out of it. It just happened out of nowhere. And then the weird thing is about this, is that there was 2 other people that did comebacks too, and they were nowhere near the amount that I was. I mean, they may have the numbers, but who the hell remembers them? That's ironic. My whole internet persona is that I am a forgettable person. And it's like a weird ass invisible thing. Like, who the heck are you kind of? But no, I was surprised. I thought maybe they would go off more of a bang, but no, that's the weird thing. And then it's like, when I thought about it, it's like, oh, that's why you guys never improved. You were stagnant and it showed. And then this is the weird thing. I don't buy anything. I'm pretty much on a pretty tight budget. I mean, I wish I could do more out of this. So all these views I have are 100% real. And then I kind of have an understanding. The reason why these things happen is because I'm more relatable. Because I keep things up with the times. I mean, for God's sakes, I'm a writer. I have to keep up times like this so that my writing will always be timeless no matter how long it has been. And then I look at these videos from before, they don't age pretty well. And I think one of the hardest things to do is topical videos, because topical videos, they're usually the center focus. And then when the hype has died down, you can kind of tell how much passion and heart it didn't have. Yeah, so it surprised me. You can have the numbers, and you can have the views, and you can have the fans, but doesn't matter, because who's really there to enjoy you? Maybe it was like that a long time ago, but I do know now that it's not like that anymore. Heck, I mean, especially since they're doing the ad blocker thing. They're trying to ban people from using ad blockers. People watch videos offline so that they can watch them when they're busy or when they don't have internet, or whatever. Or they need the internet for more important things. And it's been a wild ride for me. Because that's the thing, I don't really want to try and just do like a sudden viral one-hit thing, because I feel like what makes my stuff good with this persona is that this is something a lot of people at one point, they know somebody, and hell, if I'm like Dawson and I got what I wanted a long time ago, then I would have probably ended up stuck in a famous bubble, to be honest with you. You know, that famous bubble where they think everything's going to be fine because the internet will always love them, and they have all this money that they're rolling around in, and then even like when something bad or good happens, the mainstream media will do it. And then, but then they don't ever evolve. A lot of them don't have college degrees, for example. A lot of them choose not to travel. A lot of people dream to travel because they're stuck in their houses and they make videos, and that's fine. But you know, to think I could have missed out on stuff like that, or how when somebody shows up to your house, they make a video instead of, which is kind of scary, because what if things got really bad? But I mean, like, maybe that's it just feels like in general, I just feel like I stand out in that kind of way, that I don't really don't know how ever, like, I mean, it feels like sometimes people don't truly understand what I had been through. I can't find anybody remotely close around here. I mean, people I'm around that are usually older than me, and the ones that have an idea what internet culture is like, don't fully understand what it is like to have all eyes on you, and no matter what, people are always going to talk about you no matter what you do. I say nothing, so they're talking about me. I say something, they do talk about me. I show up for one day, they talk about me. I'm gone for like a day or two or a week. Oh, where is she? Where is Jack Frost? First of all, that's my father. And second of all, I can't have anything outside of the internet. I mean, the internet is something recommended as an enjoyment. It's not a lifestyle, guys. And then the people that are somewhere close to what I am, they make something completely different from what I do. Nobody around here that does make YouTube videos, they're all up north, for example, or they're in California. And then the ones that are nearby, they make drama videos, which I guess it's easy to understand why commentary and drama get confused with each other, but I don't think I do any of that. And then the buddies that do make art and artists, they do something completely different from me. Like, it's kind of weird too, because I was thinking about this a few days ago. Maybe it's still stuck on my mind. But as I was setting the Purpose Robot Tales, my buddies have tried to do this a long time ago. And then ironically, I've been the one to do it. And which is weird because I've pretty much had my eyes set on being a journalist. And then it's kind of ironic because one of my buddies ended up being that. And this is a buddy of mine that we've known since we were 13, maybe 14. And I think it's weird that we both have the jobs the other one wanted. And I tell him, yeah, no, this isn't easy. I don't know how they can deal with this. And then I just can't talk to anybody because who knows what they'll get out of it. I mean, I can't completely trust the people that are always talking about me because they might be saying something that's going to for content. I mean, do you know? It's kind of weird because I do things very specifically so that if you have seen it, you're going to remember it and I'm going to catch that. And then it's like, really, you've seen this and it's like on, and you're going to make money off of it instead of facing me directly. I mean, is it really that hard to just say, I was wrong about you? Is it really that hard to apologize for hurting other people? Because you guys try to make me like the bad guy. But I don't. So I did. To see what you guys would do. And I gave one hell of a show. Yep. That's true. Because it's for the laughs. For the lulz, I guess. And that's the thing about this one. It seems like that is starting to go dry. Because another weird-ass thing about that kind of community is that they all seem to be infighting. And then I'm thinking the whole time, okay, does nobody see there's a problem here? Because I'd be like freaking out if these were the kind of bunch that I was around on a regular. Which is why I'm kind of surprised, because I vented about something. And I was surprised people figured it out, because But whatever. I guess I just really have really good takes and stuff. I just watch the most interesting things nobody knows about. Okay, but so imagine my shock when I eventually seen that now they're the ones that were laughing at me, I believe, or something like that, are now just trying to make me try to like them. But it's like, okay, maybe if you guys weren't trying to meddle into my personal life for no reason, for material, and then you try to involve other people outside of me because you guys did not want to face me, maybe. But no, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. No, I'm past that. Okay, because I'm not comfortable with being around somebody that's gonna laugh at the misfortunate. Oh, and I guess this is the part where I'm gonna say that is why I shelved the series. And damn, it was gonna be a kick-ass series too. I have spent 3 months in a row doing and editing that. And why? Well, you're welcome, I guess. You guys have yourselves to thank. Because, and that's another weird thing about that side, is that it seems like they find any little thing about anybody and then they make it about them. And I'm just looking at this the whole time like, not everything is about you guys. Can you imagine if you only heard me talk about me all day long? I mean, I know I got like a wild life, but eventually you are gonna get tired of the letter I. Which is why I was surprised. And, well, before I go on another point I wanted to make, I will say it was something that was going to be like I guess like an accountability kind of video, redemption kind of video. And then I'm thinking, yeah, if it's going to be like everything, then the whole, well, I hope we can be good kind of thing. What's the point? It's like, I might as well not have done it at all. And then, maybe that's when I learned. Maybe sometimes people just do these things to each other because they covet. And they just want things they can't have. And then this is the thing. Why don't you guys just work for it instead of taking it from somebody else? I mean, that's why I have so many ideas. I have just so many endless ideas. It's ridiculous. Oh, I got plenty coming soon. So that is that, I guess. I know, maybe it's a little vague, but it's like, I mean, I don't know. I will say, though, that's the thing, is like, a lot of things have changed. And so, I just remembered, for a good 2 minutes, I think time has stopped. Because I was shocked, like, how things different were. And including me, people will probably say I've changed. We all change. That's part of change. And then the last reason is, this technically would have been a conclusion series too. And I'm just thinking, whoa, with some of these people that I've been replaced with, I am not, I don't want to be too specific because, first of all, these people are way boring. I mean, come on. I don't think I'm that boring. But dang, if I was going to be replaced by that, I'd be straight up insulted. So I guess the conclusion series may or may not happen. But then it's like, do I really want a conclusion like this? It'd be kind of anticlimactic. It would have been too flashy. And this would have been like, probably would have had some weird ass domino effect. Because people just want everything for themselves. Damn it. 3 months down the train. Straight. But you know what? The editing wasn't that good anyway, but compared to now. But let's just say I don't want to ruin the ending either. I hate when endings are ruined before they're shown. I also hate being lied to, so maybe that's why I hate when people spoil endings for me, because they always lie to me. Because when I actually do see the ending from myself and what I've been told before, it's usually not the same as they describe it. Not even on TV tropes. So, anyway. Yep, that's one thing. So then, let's address another thing about me I'm sure everybody probably has thought of at one point. I am a harsh critic. And okay, first of all, I am a viewer first. I want to watch something that will give me a reason to care. What is a reason for me to care about what you are showing me? What is a reason that I am going to want to watch it again? And what is going to benefit me from spending my time watching this thing that you're showing me? Am I going to be entertained? Am I going to learn something new? Or am I going to be hearing a new take that I probably never would have thought of? And then that's another thing. I don't think I'm that mean. Do you really want to hear like how some of my senseis would have said? A lot of, the production value of your video is god awful, and why is the lighting on there so bad? That contrasts with the skin tone. Why haven't you put on the right shade of makeup to go with the light so that your skin doesn't look awfully pasty? And how come you're putting so many special effects that I don't even to make up to compensate for your lack of thought, blah, blah, blah. That's the kind of thing a 5-paragraph essay of 2 movies on what makes the movie work as a medium. Yeah. I mean, for me, there's a lot of things I'm actually pretty easy on. Like, I know YouTube isn't like, Hollywood level kind of films, like videos, whatever. So, if what I'm watching is like, it's pretty clear there's a lot of love behind it, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Sure, it's a little amateur, but you know what? Things will get better. Or things I'm usually very hard on, but they're for a reason. For me, is completion. Like, for example, if you're going to review something and you don't even finish the whole thing, I am not going to take that seriously. In fact, if I had to rank someone on debates and argument, it's an automatic one level lower. Why? Because if you don't watch the whole thing all the way, how are you going to make a whole, like, objective perspective if you haven't seen the whole thing? Like, seriously? Or then, also, if you're messing up on the most basic things that you should have, like, for example, paying attention, or, getting the correct information, or just, having decency, like letting someone speak, not interrupting them or talking or shouting over them, then of course I'm not going to finish that, because it's going to be a train wreck. And it's also, like, pretty unprofessional too. That's things I think are a good reason to care about, right? I mean, it's like you can have the nice fancy things, but where is the passion? Anyway, this has gone on way too longer than I expected for a Thanksgiving thing. I'm sorry for that. It meant to be about 20, but that almost never happens. And it's kind of weird, right? Because I love movies, I love books, and I love anime. Cartoons, I mean, that too, animation. And it's kind of interesting because I seem to, like, have this very thorough perception, but I also, like, want to like what I'm seeing. And truth be told, the worst experience for me, believe it or not, is not when a movie's really bad, is when a movie's very bland, like super boring, dull, all that. It's like the whole thing, it's like that feeling where I do not care. I do not care what happens. I do not care if who dies in the end. I do not care if you're gonna be alive or not. If I don't care what's in the movie, that's the worst experience. I feel like I've wasted my fucking time. And what is the whole point of this thing existing? That is the worst experience for me. If anyone, like, since I know some people have asked me, a few of my buddies, is the worst thing when I'm watching something is I don't care at all. Okay? If I'm seeing something that's like, I don't care, I want this to be over, that's the worst. Because at least when the movie is bad, I'm feeling something. I'm feeling like this is god-awful, this is cringy, I don't know why this is made, who the fuck decided this was a good idea? I care. That means I care. It gives me a reason to care. And how it gives me a reason to care. And how, maybe they were trying, maybe they were not, maybe they were just freaking crazy and the whole thing was a train wreck from beginning to end. But I'm like, I feel something. I feel like, at least I know I want to see this train wreck and ride it the whole way through and feel something. Anyway, I am definitely going to be eating something by the time this is out. You should too, and enjoy it. Okay? I mean, eating something you like is the best feeling in the world. Well, one of the best feelings in the world. I don't want to say what is for me, but let's just say the friendly answer, the safe answer is eating a good meal. So, woohoo! Well, that's another Troublesome Times podcast. I laugh, I cried, I raged, I talk. Who doesn't in these things? Because it's so easy, right? It's so easy to make a podcast that anyone can do it, so I might as well do it again. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving and stay safe.